Hello, everyone. I am Dyer Scheer-Peters. It's been a while since I made a video or talked to you guys. If you didn't know, I am and have been a long time member of the Thomas and Friends community, which some devastating news came out last night, which has saddened the community, that Britt Allcroft, the television series creator, passed away before the new year. So, as a tribute, I wrote a letter as what she has done and what impact she has made on me. Afterwards, there will be a music video that I have made to commemorate the memory of her. A tribute to Britt Allcroft, born the 14th day of December 1943, to the passing of her on the 25th of December 2024. Britt Allcroft was a visionary that brought to the small screen at home the magical world of Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, which was originally written as a collection of short story books called the Railway Series by the Reverend Wilbert Awdry. First airing in 1984 in the United Kingdom and then being introduced to North American audiences in 1989 as part of the PBS series Shining Time Station, aired from 1989 to 1993. She made Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends for children to learn life lessons and was one of the few shows that never, during her tenure, spoke down to the viewer. One of the most recognizable features of Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends was the faces, although they would only have static expressions until 2008 in the 12th series, when they introduced some CGI elements, and then in 2009 in Series 13, doing a full transition from physical models to entirely CGI. However, with only the original static faces, it helped children to understand human expression and feelings, especially special needs viewers like those on the autistic spectrum, like myself, as being diagnosed with autistic spectrum disorder level 1, formerly known for my condition as Asperger's syndrome, and also being diagnosed with ADHD. I wouldn't be the person that I am today if Britt Allcroft hadn't introduced Thomas and his friends to the world. Thanks to her, I grew up loving trains, the entire railway world, getting into the model railroading hobby, and it was her that got me into one of my passions, film making. When I was very young, I wasn't able to communicate that easily due to both special needs and sickness. However, as my parents and family would say, that I would be able to say the word train, and I knew what it meant very much. Although, growing up being special needs, I would be picked on and bullied for liking a kiddies show. But my interest and love for Thomas kept me strong. Even entering my adulthood, my love for Thomas hasn't died. Even so, that I received the Railway Series collection book for my 21st birthday from my Nan, and still watch all of the Thomas and Friends episodes, tapes, and movies, as well as the episodes of and the movies of Shining Time Station, created both by Britt Allcroft and Rick Sickelkow. I am glad that she was still around when the community celebrated the 40th anniversary of the airing of the first episode of Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends that was aired on the 9th of October 1984. Now, starting off 2025, Members of the Thomas community are deeply saddened to hear the news of her passing as we enter the 80th anniversary of the publication of the first book of the Reverend W. Awdry's The Railway Series collection, The Three Railway Engines. Now, thinking about how Thomas and his friends would be after hearing this news. The engines of the Fat Controller's Railway are just waking up at Tidmouth Sheds. The Fat Controller drives to the sheds and gets out of his car with a sad expression on his face. The Fat Controller announces, "Good morning, engines. I'm afraid I have some bad news to tell you." He tells them about the passing of Britt Allcroft. All of the engines' faces sadden and look down at their buffers. The Fat Controller continues with, "I must say that Miss Allcroft was most of all a really useful and extraordinary lady." "3 cheers for Mrs. Allcroft," added Thomas. "Hip, hip, peep, peep, hip, hip, beep, beep, hip, hip, beep, beep," as the engines whistled in chorus. "Rest in peace, Britt Allcroft. Thank you for everything." Signed, Dyer Scheer-Peters, a Thomas fan from Canada for over 25 years and going. I know how the moon must feel, looking down from the heavens, smiling at the silly things we put ourselves through, missing magic each day and not seeing the wonder. That's how the moon must feel. I know how the moon must feel, starry-eyed and contented. Everything is beautiful, as it all should be. Far away from it all, never meaning to worry. That's how the moon must feel. From up there, our worries must seem very small. Maybe that is why he wears a smile. I'm sure he knows if there is more to life. I wish I could be him for a while. I know how the moon must feel, looking down from the heavens, smiling at the silly things we put ourselves through, missing magic each day and not seeing the wonder. That's how the moon must feel. I'm sure he knows if there is more to life. I wish I could be him for a while. I know how the moon must feel, and I can't say I blame him, smiling at the silly things we put ourselves through, never taking time, always running in circles. That's how the moon must feel.